Hey everybody, this is Lou with Lou Ellison Real Estate, and I'm here today with Shayna Borakove from Borakove Osman.
Correct.
And she is an estate attorney, and we're gonna ask her a few questions today to kind of get a feel for what an estate attorney does. So, are you ready, Shayna?
I'm ready, Lou, let's go.
All right, question number one. Can you tell us a little about yourself and what you do as an estate attorney?
I know. So, my name is Shayna Borakove. Like he said, I'm an estate planning attorney in Madison, Wisconsin. And what do we do as estate planning attorneys? Well, my business partner and I, we started this firm with a belief that, we want to work with people like us. We want to work with other families. We want to help families plan for themselves during their life and plan for, their heirs when they pass away, right? We create organized systems that people can have their legacy carry on and, not have that peace of mind during their life that they've done as much as they can to create an organized system for their kids to take over things and, make sure they inherit well.
I like it. Yeah. I like it. What's something about estate planning that most people are surprised to learn?
So, I don't know if this is a surprise or not, but for my clients it is. So when people have done estate planning before, maybe, when you have young kids, you put a will in place, right? And that's usually kind of the first step. When I meet with people, they're like, oh, we put a will in place years ago. Well, what is often misunderstood is that they believe that a will avoids probate. And so people are like, well, what's probate? Well, probate in estate planning terms is kind of a four-letter word. It's a court process. And so what kind of confuses people is that they sat down with a lawyer, they discussed their wishes, they appointed a guardian within this will, and then it's going to be all straightforward. But a will is just instructions that people make for the court.
Okay.
It's actually a ticket
to
the play.
Okay.
And so that's one of the things that sometimes it takes a little bit of a, convincing to clients. They're like, no, my will, I've done everything. Like, hey, you know what? You've done a lot and that's great, but now we're gonna elevate that to make it where it matches your intent and that system that you wanna have that's organized for the people you love.
Okay, that's very interesting,
yeah.
Is there a common mistake or myth you see a lot of people when they start thinking about their will or trust?
Well, I mean, that's kind of
ties back into that one.
That does a little bit. Let's see. Oh, well, this is a good one. So I primarily focus on revocable living trust. Obviously, because if you gleaned anything from my first answer, I don't like going to court. I used to be insurance defense litigator in Boston. I got to tell you, I never want to go in court again. It's cleaning up a mess, and I'd rather problem solve to not create the mess in the first place. So a myth is that, so when you have a living trust, right? I'm a proponent of revocable living trust because that's one surefire way to avoid probate. What's a myth is that just by having a document, you're actually avoiding probate, and that's not true. It's all the work that you put in to coordinate assets that makes it count. So when you have a revocable living trust, what's really important, especially for you, so real estate, hopefully a lot of people that are tuning in today or are thinking about real estate, right? And you're gonna talk to Lou about helping that happen. Well, when people have a home, if you look on the title of that home, if you look on your property tax bill, and you think you have a trust, if it does not own that home, if you don't see yourself as trustee of your living trust as the owner, well, that's not going to avoid probate. So it will use a pour-over will to actually go through that probate process and then fund it into a trust. So when people have a document, there is no automatic documents out there. They're not robots. They can't just exist and then take the assets. You have to tie a string around your asset and see if it connects to your trust. And that's the only way to truly make sure that that living trust is serving your intent of avoiding probate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good explanation. Thank you.
I may do this. This is not,
you've done this a few times.
Second time today.
Well, I got one more question. What's one document you think, one legal document, of course, every adult should have in place? What's the first one maybe, or what's,
So I thought about this question quite a bit, right? Because, the simplest is probably the best. And when people think about powers of attorney, now, when you're talking about an adult, we're talking 18 years old. right?
Sure.
Because a lot of
Hard to believe, but yeah.
And you know, with my clients, you know, around this time, I'm doing a lot of powers of attorney for 18-year-olds going to college, right? Because when you reach majority age, you know what? There's no one that can automatically assume, there's no legal representative that you have that's automatic like a parent.
Sure.
Right? And so when you open a bank account, if you go to the hospital, there's two different types of powers of attorney. One is a financial power of attorney, and the other one's a healthcare power of attorney.
Okay.
Right? And so one, as an adult, you create those documents and name someone to step into your living shoes.
Okay.
Right? And I say living shoes because powers of attorney only apply during someone's life. And it is that agency power to be able to manage a bank account on one end, and the other end, hey, you go to the hospital.
Okay.
You know, who's making those decisions? Because the failure to have those documents, you can have family all over Wisconsin that's able to help, but they have to go to court to do so. We call that living probate. So that's where some people just assume that either marriage or a family relationship is going to give them the power to act, and that's simply not true, and it's quite unfortunate. So powers of attorney is the single most important thing I can think of right now. And it doesn't apply, I mean, it's an adult. Just think of people that don't have assumed people.
Sure.
Right? If you are single.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's going to make sure everything's paid, everything continues? That there's, you know, I had a client who skydived, single guy, and he broke his leg, ended up in the hospital, and just had a terrible go at it. His mortgage payment was missed because I guess, well, this is like probably 15 years ago, it wasn't automatic. And so he almost defaulted on his mortgage. And so when he came back, he had to really do a lot of, you know, correction to make sure that everything got back into line. Of course, he did a living trust and did his powers of attorney after that. But so keep in mind, it's, you know, it's think about yourself, and it's like, if I could not act, if it was COVID again, and I was trapped in Morocco, you know, who's going to continue, who's going to file my tax return for me and make sure that everything, my obligations and responsibilities are taken care of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very helpful.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I do this, you know, it's so fun. Actually, estate planning, probably like real estate, you know, you get to be involved in people's lives.
Yes. It is,
Yes.
It is fun.
I think people put a lot of pressure on themselves about what something is going to be like. You know, probably it's like, oh God, you know, they just think about all these things that could go wrong. And actually that thought is what restricts people. But when they get involved in the process and they actually have a guide like one of us to kind of take them through, I think the best thing that we do is deliver peace of mind and an organized way of getting things done.
Yes.
Right?
Agreed.
So we're guides in our own respects, aren't we?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. Oh, this is very great, Shayna. Do you have any other things you'd like to add?
I mean, I could talk all day about this. I mean, that's why I don't bill hourly, because no one would hire me. But
and we can put some contact, we'll put a contact screen at the end of this video so you can contact Shayna if you've got any further questions. And I just really wanted to thank you for joining us today. It's been great.
This has been fantastic. Hey, we have to do this every week now, right?
Yeah, we'll do it right here. Standing appointment Friday.
All right.
See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.